Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, ko Ian, toko inua, ko Wanamaker aho. Wanamaker alongside this lovely man over here, the Finnish Flash, joining us for this commentary.
Kia ora whanau.
Thanks for joining us, mate. We are looking forward to this last Admirals regular season game and one of the last 3 for the SkyCity Stampede. So this is another exciting ice hockey matchup on your live stream YouTube broadcast. We are the 2 commentators for this game, and it's NZIHL action towards the business end, I guess, Marku, right at the end of the season here.
Yeah, and you say your name's Ian, but we all know who you are, Mr. Joel Thornton. I mean, after your retirement, it's glad that you're here down in New Zealand.
Hey, well, I got to keep up playing and involved in the game somehow. If my doppelganger's in New Zealand. What a great guy. I used to grow up. I played against him, actually, in St. Thomas, Ontario.
He's cool.
2 years older than I am, so I'm not quite up. There's not as many gray hairs, but I'm getting there. Shout out to any of our North American viewers if you are watching from overseas. We appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, but today we have got a pretty big game coming up because this will determine a lot of things happening for the playoffs. This is the West Auckland Admirals' last regular season game. So they have a chance here to secure their spot in the playoffs and eliminating Red Devils from having a theoretical chance of climbing into the playoffs. Okay, so the gate is still open a little bit for the Red Devils, and they'd had a win, quite a wild win last night down in Canterbury. It was, 8-2 or so, it was a big margin of victory for the Red Devils, so they're looking to keep that door open slightly if ajar, but the Admirals could shut it here tonight. So it was a good game, that's for sure. It was maybe not the Admirals game last night. They were on the wrong side of a 6-1 loss against the SkyCity Stampede. Right. Come that second period, it was all Stampede all the way through for the rest of that game. And the Admirals looking to really bounce back here tonight. And we know they can do it. We saw the game in Queenstown a week ago, and the first game there, they gave it to the Stampede and were able to win that first game, lost the second one. So we'll see if they can do that. Same stunt here now. Yeah, just kind of in reverse because they did win that first game and an away game too down in Queenstown. Very difficult place to win. Just getting a quick update from the other NZIHL game that's happening this evening in Christchurch. We've got a 2-1 scoreline in favor of the Red Devils right now, so that is looking like they could get, potentially if it stays on that scoreline, that's only period 1. Yep. So we'll keep you updated. That's against the Phoenix Thunder. They could get another 3 points there. Yeah, the Red Devils really put a lot of pressure onto the Admirals. Yeah. So yeah, they're well done, Red Devils, for keeping their hopes up. Thunder in a bit of a, I don't know if you want to call it rebuild, maybe situation. They kind of at the bottom of the NZIHL standings. Maybe in time, if we ever get another team, it'd be amazing if Wellington could field a team in the future, because there is a rink down there. Well, I don't know if it's up to the international standards as of yet. Maybe the people in Wellington could happen, but. And anyways, let's go to the highlights from yesterday's game. This is exciting action. Let's check out what happened yesterday through these clips. Props over to CMAC as we are underway. Admirals winning that face-off early. And Freer sends it up the boards. He just fills in Ollie Hay with a sound response right there with some instant reply.
Yeah, a bit cagey so far early in this period.
Probably a cautious start. Shot there, saved by Hasselman with the blocker on Vincenzo.
Massive save there.
Of the Hansons.
And they've got Coach Steven on the bench.
Wow, okay, for Steve. And a goal! Hurley, as we rant on about whatever we're talking about, brothers, the Stampede score early and take a 1-0 lead. So backhand in front.
Shot. Bit out of nowhere. A little bit of a weird, might have gone off of someone in a period and suddenly have to face a tough chance. So relatable. That player. Here
comes one now. Freer lays into one. A shot there too on a rebound. As Solo and Chaba had to be sharp as he had to make another save. Break here for Kennedy. 1-on-1 against Burns. Goes for a shot. That's again stopped by a shin pad.
More than ours.
Yeah. Just a fraction more, I would imagine. Puck's there in a loose, and what an absolute diving save by one of the Admirals. I don't know how that puck stayed out of the net. Chaba was down out to rights. Look at this, folks. The shot from the point. Where does the puck go? Open net. Look at this. Does that get hit by McLeish? Thunder currently in the second period of action. Canterbury's just gone up again. They've scored their third goal, 3-1. So we'll keep you updated. Often players try to shoot far side low, too, to get that rebound to the opposing driving winger to the net. Oh, off the crossbar. That is close. Another shot here. Stampede bench. Burns, wrist shot. That doesn't get through. It's deflected shot there, and it's loose. Trying to jam it in as the Admirals try to play desperate defense. Harrison receives a Gordie Howe elbow right to the chops. Pass in front. Puck is there. Solo with a shot off the skate of Jones. Wrist shot here. That's off the side. That shot, goal! The Stampede strike again.
Absolutely no chance for Chaba. It came off his pad right to the Stampede player. He just banged it in. Not much that he could do there.
The lines that they've got with a couple extra forwards, they're really showing that rotation.
Bad giveaway there. Luckily didn't result in anything.
Possible 2-on-1 here as Sistroni. That's heartbreaking. He shoots. He scores! Sistroni with a lethal wrist shot. Cuts the lead in half, and the Admirals are on the board. 2-1 is the score.
Oh, you love to see it. Absolute snipe from Vinny Sistroni right there. He can absolutely rip it when he gets the chance. You have to adjust a bit to the style of game here with these pegs.
Shot and a goal. Walcom going across the grain. Makes it 3-1. Stampede strike and score again.
That's a tough one.
Here we are on the replay by the rock. Puck in the corner. Just cutting across the middle of the ice here. Turns and fires in those 50-50 battles. Stampede keep the puck in. Ooh, high hard shot by Amston. That puck is there.
Oh, that was wild.
And they score again from the point. That's Burns with a deadly wrister. Tripling up on the Admirals. Making it 4-1.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know if Chaba... It was complete chaos in front of the net there, but the shot from the point, did Chaba see it? I'm not sure. There was a lot of bodies in front. Did it go through the 5-hole?
Looked like it went 5-hole. So initially the shot from Amston, well, at least not yet, not right now. It could be, but we are, and the Stampede are right in there again, and they shoot, and they do score. That looked like it was in the net.
No, it was
How did that? Oh, it was the side of the net. We couldn't see that go in at all. Wow.
I thought you were right. I thought that was in.
Stampede kind of in control here, dictating how this game is played. And they even beat out the icing just there. So Admirals in struggle mode, and Amston comes in, shoots, and scores. My goodness, there they are again. Amston with a wrist shot, beating Chaba clean. If you're Coach Steven, maybe a timeout could be necessary here.
Yeah,
Amston gets it.
So.
Wrist shot, clean, right above the pad, under the catching glove. Drive through. Be like, hey, sir, can I get some fries with that? And just crack up. Kind of a comedian and makes things light in the dressing room for sure. So Stampede in on the short-handed play here. Off the crossbar. Walcom dropped the puck. There was no centerman, no wingers. There was just no one there. As you can see, there's no one there, and he drops the puck. How can you do that?
What?
Okay, I've seen a fair amount of hockey in my time, and that I have not seen.
Oh.
So there you go. Walcom. McIntosh. Does he shoot it? Though drags it, and he shoots and scores with someone right in front of the net. Chaba gives him the business, and that is 6-1 to the SkyCity Stampede. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left.
I think this game is over for the Admirals at this point. So all they have to play for is maybe gaining a bit of momentum going into tomorrow's matchup.
What a toe drag. He just freezes the attacker there, or the defenseman. Bit of commentary there. We got a shot there by Smith, generating a chance here for the Admirals in the last 5 seconds. But that is going to do it, folks. That is the end of this match. Good Afano, welcome back. So there you go, Mark. You're a 6-1 hockey game. The Stampede really handing it to the Admirals last night. Chaba facing 41 shots, conceding. And, like he kept that team in the game, and it just seemed to just slowly get worse and worse and worse for the Admirals. They certainly got to turn things around tonight if they have. Want to give the Botany Swarm, the crosstown rivals, a little bit of hope of hosting that final. Otherwise, Stampede, if they win the remaining 2 games, would finish 1 point ahead of the Botany Swarm. securing a home final.
100%. Botany Swarm fans must be wearing Admiral stripes tonight because they want to see the Stampede lose at least one game of their remaining 3 to secure their spot first and have the finals here in Auckland.
That's right, and they have not hosted a finals for quite some time. I don't know how long it's, well, somebody will tell us in the comments, but I hope it doesn't go back until the last finals that I played in. That was in 2011, so that's, you know, a few years between drinks there. So Admirals looking to regroup tonight. They are certainly got a different approach. That warm-up seemed a lot more sharper and a little bit more attentive to detail. Let's get a shot of the Stampede. They're in the quite nice, I don't know about you, but I really like their jerseys. That yellow and blue combination is really nice. I'm not saying that the Admirals isn't nice either. They've changed their jerseys up this year. The Stampede, keeping it relatively consistent, pretty simple, quite menacing.
I mean, you can't fault the design. It's time and proven. I mean, I can't say I love it because being a Finn, it reminds me just way too much of the Trey Kroner Swedish national team jersey.
I see that. And we're underway here, folks. The Admirals win that first faceoff. The captain of the Admirals dumps it in. Hurley, and he makes the man on the sideboards there. Rooney putting pressure on Burns. And they put the puck behind the net. Amson reaches with it. A one-hand backhand up the boards. Amson sees it. Robbie, he's free. One-on-one here. Quite a good game yesterday by Jack Robbie. I think he got 2 points, goal and an assist.
Yeah, the Stampede only brought 3 lines with them to Auckland, whereas the Admirals were fielding 4 lines. But yeah, they're getting scoring from all of them. Yeah,
they're quite deep in all 3 lines. And it looks like we've got Aston Brooks, the starting netminder for the SkyCity Stampede tonight. A 2-time NZIHL goaltender of the year, making his start here tonight. An opportunity there. Scott Henry couldn't get his shot away as Burns does a nice poke check and stays strong on the stick and prevents a shot through. As Regan in trouble a bit there, has to kind of dive and poke the puck away there, Marku, as the Stampede are pressing shot from the point, and Freer, Lockie that is, in front, trying to do a redirect, and Chaba making his first save of the contest. Vinny, he takes a hit along the sideboards. Mitchell Freer backhands a pass over to his D-man. That's Solo. And just out of the reach of Mitchell, but he does manage to get it. He's fighting with Regan, puts it in front. Opportunity here for C-Mac, and he puts that, and it's hit off a stick. Colin McIntosh, ever dangerous in that high slot, but the Admirals sense that danger, put a stick on the puck, deflect that out of play.
Watching the game yesterday, the Admirals, especially after a few goals, really lacked the urgency and the winning attitude needed, so they really need to wake up for this game.
Yeah, I think they're ready to go. It looks like so far, I mean, we're only less than a couple of minutes in. You can almost sense a little bit of difference in their approach, and that's good if you are an Admiral supporter. They're on the pressure here. And it is an offside.
Ryan Smith tried to get back onside, just barely couldn't make it.
Ryan Smith, the old Canadian captain, Captain Canada. Has he made an appearance down here in New Zealand?
Ryan Smith,
for a long time.
Came here. I tried to track down which Ryan Smith it is, and there's like 20 of them.
How many Smith? There's a lot of Smiths in New Zealand. I think you're referring to Riley, the Canadian import for the Admirals. That's right. He is currently on the ice.
Yeah.
He could be Ryan's cousin. I think Smith is like one of the most popular surnames in New Zealand. Nice moves here. Solo, he skates well out of the zone. Good stick handling. Nice crisp move to Devlin. He stops up, puts a kind of cross dump, and the Stampede are onto it. That's poked away. Chamberlain, he kind of elects to dump it through the neutral zone, goes for a change. Amston senses that, and he goes in. Nice hard wrist shot. Ooh, just going top shelf, but Chaba had to be sharp, getting a right arm onto that with a nice deflection, putting that into the meshing.
Yep. Let's have a look at that.
Amston, I believe.
Not a bad shot.
Yeah, he's got a good, heavy, hard shot. He might have been originally from here in New Zealand. I think he's New Zealand born, but spent a lot of time playing overseas, potentially in your arch nemesis country of Sweden.
Ah.
Yeah. I will double check the stats, but I believe that's where he's played.
All right.
So he might feel a little bit at home with that the color combo that he's rocking.
Right. That would make sense, and I'll have to watch it, look that up during the intermission.
So we are, like we're amateur commentators, but we do get a lot of help from the viewers, and they often come in with comments and lend us their views and give us a little bit of information, especially if we get any of the names or rules wrong. We got a break here for the Stampede. Wrist shot high as Kemp misses the whole net. He had a 3-on-2 opportunity. Nothing gained from it. He still has the puck, though. He's in behind the net. Draw pass to Robbie. And somehow the Admirals, they've come up with it. And Ollie Hay, unfortunately, tries to get the puck off the glass, and he goes right into that low meshing area, and it's going to get a delay of game penalty.
Oh, that's brutal.
Not sure if the puck was rolling on him. No, he just gets it just out of our shot there, but it hits the meshing, which is directly beside where it's literally the one pane of glass that drops down after the one that he hit.
Yeah, those side panes are really low here in Avondale.
So he's serving his team a 2-minute delay of game penalty. So it puts this Stampede on power play. McIntosh with a shot. Oh, and that's deflected away
That's
again.
the exact same spot where he scored from yesterday.
Yes.
He had all that time and space yesterday as well and did a little toe drag. This time,
he's almost at that, just below the hash marks, and Chaba has come out a lot to save that. But, man, do not give that man that time and space. He has certainly regained a lot of his top form after recovering from quite a serious injury that he had, I think it was last year. Put him out of action for a long time, but he is deadly. And the Admirals, they look like they've successfully iced it. Good penalty kill pressure here by the Admirals, but McIntosh comes away with it. 2-on-1 here. Tries a pass over, that's a skate. He's still got it in the high slot, takes a shot. Blocked by Hayward Jones. Burns. Kellen puts it down low, back to Colin. That's Colin McIntosh. Sets up behind the Admirals' goal. To number 14, that's Burns. Up to Solo at the point. Shot, wrist shot, high off the glass. Maybe they've got a scouting report that we don't know of, because a lot of the Stampede are shooting very high tonight. Their last 4 or 5 shots have gone really high and missed the net. Stampede still on the power play. They've got just under a minute. That's Max McCog, number 17. He stops up, gives it to Walcom at the point. Goes over to Solo. Solo back to Walcom one time. That's pad saved by Chaba. Still on it. Puck is loose in front, and that is flicked away by Max Vesper. Using a new stick. He broke one in warm-up, Marku, so he's had to go to the backup sticks. That's McCog on the sideboard. Passes it up top to Walcom. Walcom looking to extend his point streak. Currently sitting second in the NZIHL right now, trying to catch up to the league-leading Pachetic.
Hits the post there.
He hits the iron. Not what he wanted to hear. As the Admirals were so close to killing this penalty off down to the last few seconds, and they do manage to clear. Vesper's away 1-on-1 against Amston. Good sweeping poke check, and Amston fills his man in. But we're back to 5-on-5. Walcom. Shot blocked by Hay. Fresh out of the penalty box. Smith curls up. Can't control it. Losing pucks inside the neutral zone and just inside the blue line. Not a good combo if you are supporting those Admirals. As the Stampede countered very quickly. That's Regan. He sets up behind the Admirals' goal. Comes away in front. Passes up to Sebastian Steven. He cuts in, stops up. Pass off Smith's skate. Kind of redirected off of Brooks. He just steered it aside. And Mason Kennedy, he dumps it back in. That's Mitchell Freer, the captain. Up the wall to Kemp. Kemp backhands it. Little too much mustard on that, and that went right into the Stampede bench, and we're going to get another face-off.
All right, that's good defense from Stampede and poke checking that away from Vesper. It's going to get an opportunity short-handed.
Yeah, thanks to the rock that action replay, but not just that, but a fill-in after he get that sweeping poke check. He just filled in his man as well, so just a little extra letting them know that he's there and not letting him through at all. So it's 5-on-5 action. There's 13 minutes left in this first period. This game being played in Tamaki Makaurau down in the Brig in Avondale in Auckland. Score is 0-0 to the between the SkyCity Stampede and West Auckland Admirals. Stampede, oh, they just try to get a shot up there. That's Walcom walking in. And Chaba makes a save, but he dislodges the net in the process. As you see here, he gets the puck. Takes a nice hit, stays with it.
That's a strong play.
Just breaks through and takes his shot. And in that, once he's made that shot, Chaba making the save with his shoulder, then knocks the net.
Yeah, these pegs are really loose here.
Yeah, again, something we don't want to blister your eardrums with the lack of great support for the nets. Big hit there. And Stampede putting the pressure on the Admirals. Admirals break away, 2-on-3. Not able to gain that line cleanly. Big pressure. Bit of a pushing match between Devlin and
Stephen
Chamberlain, or was it one of the Stephen boys? Wearing number 23. That's Benjamin Stephen. Shot by Harrison here, deflected by his own man. That's Chaba's man from the Admirals, and that didn't get through on net. So a lot of shot blocks already, Marco, in this first period. Stampede have got registered 6 shots, the Admirals 2. So already 3-1 in the score, not the score line, I was going to say the opposite of the score line, the shot count. As the Admirals try to get out of their zone, but they've given the puck away. Hurley gives it back to Amston. Amston in behind Aston Brooks. He does a drop pass with Burns. Burns up to Kemp. Kemp goes all the way across ice to Stefan Amston. And that's nicely done, taken away by Daigle. It goes up to Rooney. Some good quick puck movement here. And that's, again, the Admirals not getting clean through the neutral zone. It's coming back to haunt them. And that puck goes all the way down, straight onto Chaba. He elects to hold on to it as we get a little push and shove in front of Chaba's net there. So after the whistle goes, Hurley does a stop up. I don't think he snowed the goalie, but Daigle lets him know, hey, you don't do that. Don't stop in front of my goalie. And Josh Kurtz kind of laughs it off.
This is our real estate. Take a step back.
You got to send those messages. If you're an Admiral defender or even a forward there, you got to really let the other team know that they just can't camp in front of the net. Because that can set a tone for the game if they take early territory in front of your goal. And the ref just gets in the way here and a shot. Oh, and that goes up and over again. Lockie Freer with a golden chance, but he sends it high and over the net. Strong hit in the corner by Dag, and they go at it. Both players battling together. That's Walcom and Daigle coming at each other, saying hello. Where are you from? I think we're from the same country. Nice to meet you, sir.
Dag doing captain things there, showing what it takes today to battle for this game.
Yeah, the best hit possibly of the night. The referee just gets right in the way of Flynn Hayward-Jones. Doesn't even able to get the puck out of the zone.
That's a ref assist.
And that went right to Lockie Freer. Gets a deadly wrist shot away and right over the goal. So got to be aware wherever you are on the ice. You got to be paying attention. That's Harrison with a bit of speed here on the back end. Gets taken down by Regan from the back. And Freer with a wrist shot. That goes wide. Might have been deflected by a diving Admiral. And the Admirals break the other way. Vesper. He's harassed from the back. Takes a hit. Gets his elbow in on the other attacking player. But that is also broken up by the Stampede, and they make a change. McLeish backhands it over to Regan. Regan passes up nicely to streaking Chamberlain. He streaks in with speed. Caleb Chamberlain on the back end. Pass in front, and Brooks just paddles that away with his stick. Cistrone now. It's Cistrone down to one of the Stephen boys. And the Stampede elect to just dump that puck down. Does not reach the red line for an icing. So we play on. That's Mason Kennedy. Comes up the middle. Goes off the wall. Sebastian Stephen has that taken away by Amston. Amston's a big man with long reach. Takes away a lot of that ice. Got to be really onto it when you're out there playing against him. Probably one of their top defensemen, if not their top defenseman, who logs a lot of ice time.
Yeah, the Stampede are doing a great job now breaking up those plays. The Stampede, the Admirals are trying to build.
Heavy hit on that sideboards as Hurley manages to get the puck out of the zone. Big collision, sending the Stampede player right up and over the bench. That's Risky Jones. His feet went all the way over. What a hit.
Crowd is loving it.
That is definitely the Rock hit of the evening so far tonight. Definitely want to get that one on replay. That just electrified a little bit of the Admiral supporters. Big hit, big collision.
I've heard some comments throughout the season like, is this even contact hockey?
Yeah.
We've been missing some of the physicality. Now the crowd is really into it. I don't know if you can hear it on the broadcast.
Yeah, I think people that watch this that expect a North American style, it does feel often like a North American game sometimes, especially when these two teams play against each other. They are they're big rivals, and they go after each other. And here I have it here. Puck goes up the wall. Players are racing for it. Here's that one of the Kennedy boys just steps right into his man and puts the man over the boards, and he just loses his footing.
Taylor Kennedy, TK.
Yeah, TK with a massive hit there. So that neutral ice is certainly a big contested area, and that's something that both teams want to.
I understand TK is a pilot, but that was the time when he wasn't the one doing the flying.
full control of that takeoff for sure. As you see it here again, a Rock action replay. He just decides to come in, and I think the momentum from the hit just really put that man over the boards as well. So 8 minutes, 16 seconds in the first. Score is 0-0. Admirals breaking out of their zone. Hayward Jones up to Hart. 13. He shoots. Nice blocker save there by Aston. Probably his best tonight. He hasn't really been tested a heck of a lot. And McIntosh the other way, going 5-hole. That is Shaba closing the door. And Fraser Ellis holding on to it, gives it to Hayward Jones. Can't get through that neutral ice area again. Well read by the Stampede defenders. And they put the puck right back in the zone against the Admirals, forcing them back once again. So Daigle, the experienced veteran, leads the charge here to Ellis. Ellis passes it to Scott Henry. Scott Henry takes a shot here, and he scores! What a wrist shot, Marker. Goes upstairs on the glove of Aston Brooks, and we got a 1-0 lead for the West Auckland Admirals.
Scott Henry has been doing this all season. He's got a really good, wicked wrist shot, and he's been blasting it from that good point. And yeah, he gets the goalie go down first, and opens up a lot of net.
Great shot there by Scott Henry, and the Admirals up 1-0 here. So they getting to Aston Brooks pretty early on. So they get that first goal, which seemed to be pretty crucial last night. And we'll see how the Stampede respond. First time they've been down this weekend in the 2-game weekend series. Scott Henry is having quite a season so far this year. He's really emerged as one of the top offensive players for the Admirals. And the pressure continues here. Admirals dump the puck in. Vesper on the charge. Sebastian tries to go it around in front of the net, but that's covered up by Brooks. And Burns, he holds him off. So you see Vesper trying to get that hit in, and Sebastian trying to get it, but he just loses the handle on the puck there, and Aston Brooks elects to hold on to it, get a whistle, slow things down, and get his team back into this game. Stampede win the faceoff. That's Solo up to Robbie. Robbie has his pass deflected, and that goes into the mesh, and we will get a faceoff just in front of the Admiral zone outside at that top hash mark. Yeah, as you just hear, the in-service announcer, Andrew Nielsen, giving a shout-out to the fans to make sure they pay attention as pucks can travel out of the rink at high speeds. So they got to be aware of things at all times too. Pass in front. Oh, the Stampede still have it though. Kemp looking to load up a wrist shot. He does. Double deflection. And the Stampede, they send it back down. That's Mason Kennedy. Pass up the wall to Sebastian. Up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain wheeling and dealing, trying to get through Solo, the defenseman, but he can't do it. And Stampede clear. Daigle goes back to Hayward Jones. Under a bit of pressure. Admirals make some changes. Lockie Freer dumps it in. And Hayward Jones able to collect it and skate away nicely. Dishes it off to Moses. He dumps it in. Now Daigle, he's going to have to go back, collect that puck. 5 minutes 30 left in the first period. Just kind of like a nervous breath that everyone just took. The crowd just went real quiet here. And the Admirals do clear that puck. Moses puts it all the way down. There is no icing, so Brooks comes out to play it.
Fraser Ellis got an assist on that Scott Henry's goal.
As well as Justin Daigle, so that's 2 apples for those, or an apple each for those guys. And that is a offside call as McIntosh had his winger go in a little bit too early on that far side. That was, looked like Walcom got a little bit too antsy and got ahead of the play. Oh, because whenever you make a play at the blue line there, you got to be real careful.
Yeah, puts the brakes on the blue line.
Too late. Yeah. But he carried the puck over that blue line, which resulted in that offside. A stiff arm there from
Devlin just through.
Rooney right up against
Rooney
the boards.
Yep.
Puck up to the top. Ampson loads up a shot. That gets deflected, goes off the glass. And the Admirals, they break it up, and they come away 3 on 2. Hart with it, goes into the middle, gets a backhand. Brooks holds on to that, and then players come together. Oh, and Hart gets a bit of a face wash. And players are all coming together here, Marku, with the referee got his hand up. I'm not sure what call he's making here, but someone is definitely going to the box.
Yep.
Hart and Devlin get a little bit of pleasantries and introductions to one another. Bit of a stick up, bit of a glove to the face.
We're definitely going to get a Stampede player in the box.
So it looks like the Admirals might go on the power play. So Hart gets the cut to the front of the net. He's getting hooked. I think that might be the call, is the hooking, because the arm is already up. And Harrison gets his glove up on one of the Admiral players, but now we've got Hart going to the box.
You got 2 Stampede players. 2 Stampede players and a Hart.
2 Stampede and a Hart. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you don't hear that very often, folks. So yeah, we got 2 yellow in the box and 1 blue. So they're going to be, the Admirals looking like they're going to be ahead on the power play. So he's getting hooked a little bit from the back. Maybe that's what the ref saw. The puck is frozen, and there's a bit of after the whistle stuff that happens. Maybe Harrison's going to be sitting. It looks like he is in the box.
It was also a pretty big hit on the goalie's glove after he covered it, so that could also be.
Yeah, it looks like that's why Hart's in the box, because he did an extra little jab at that puck that was not loose, that was covered. So that's a big no-no. You don't do that when the goalie's got it. It attracts a lot of attention from the other team. And naturally, Connor Harrison sticking up for his goaltender just pulls Andy Hart back with a bit of a reverse face wash. He reached over the top of his head and pulled him backwards.
Yeah.
It's actually quite dangerous.
That was a good chin strap that it didn't come loose.
Yeah. So a power play to the West Auckland Admirals. They are at it right away. Daigle doesn't shoot from that top high slot. He does now. Shoot, goes over the glass. Rebound. And Brooks makes a nice save. Daigle over to Ellis. Ellis on that left side of the power play. Daigle right at the top, looking for a shooting lane. Doesn't see one. Gives it to Ellis. Goes down to Rooney. Rooney backhands it down to Ellis. Ellis collects it. Puts it up top to Daigle. Daigle surveying his options. Looks down. Shot through a screen. Puck's loose, backhand in front.
It's still loose. Ellis collects it.
Ellis has it, looking to shoot. No, he passes. Daigle now. Goes for a 1T, and that hits Mitchell Freer. He favors his leg on that one. Ellis got a one-timer away and hit the right shin pad of Mitchell Freer. 50 seconds left in that penalty to one of the two Stampede, either Amston or Harrison. One of them will be coming out of the box. As McLeish, he had it, couldn't hold on to it, and the Stampede looked to clear, and they do. So that puts the Admirals all the way back in their zone. They do have a high man stretched really far up and behind, keeping one of the defenders back in. And that's broken up slightly there, but the Admirals looking to, nope, they've given it away, and they have to come back to neutral. That's Regan, he looks to skate through. And McIntosh, he goes in behind the net, he holds onto it, tries to clear it right to Sistroni, takes a nice hard wrist shot, and that is gloved by Aston Brooks.
That was a good shot from Vinny Sistroni. Okay, Aston Rees is awake.
Directly to him as he gets it. Goes right over the diving Stampede player, but Aston could see that all the way, Marco, and he makes a good glove save. So 2 minutes 25 left in this first period. The Stampede are just about to kill off a penalty, and Amston comes back on the ice. Riley Smith with a shot. Ooh, gloved by Burns to block it. Those are quite difficult stingers if you get that on the palm of his hand. Protection's on the other side of the glove, not on your palm.
Yeah.
And the Stampede coming right back. Centering feed gets deflected away. Solo, he gains the line. And another offside, just making some plays at the blue line are the Stampede, and they get offside. So that whistle will free both Andy Hart and Connor Harrison, the penalized players from that last skirmish that we had a few moments ago. Back to 5-on-5 and full even strength for both teams. Stampede win the draw. McIntosh gives it to Solo. He sends it in right onto Chaba. Chaba looked like he was going to play it because he caught it with the glove, but then he decided to hold on to it with that pressure that was close. So defensive zone face-off for the Admirals. Rooney leaning in. Sorry, that's Chamberlain a little bit early, so they're going to have to reset. They're going to have to reset that twice. The referee decided not to drop the puck. Winning shot, oh, right off the face-off. Good set play by the Stampede as Walcom took a nice hard shot there on that face-off win. Looks like it's win right back to him. Set play and it deflects and then he shoots it one time, bang. But Chaba, great goaltending right there, makes that save. Another shot from the point, that's deflected on the way through, hit a body. Up the boards as Rooney gets hit by Walcom. You're welcome for that. And he gets the puck in the process. To Solo. Just gets leaned into by Hart. Hayward Jones. Quite a few hits, like quite open-ended hits there in this last sequence of play here, Marku. Good shin pad save there by Ellis, getting in the shooting lane from Burns. Last minute 16. Ellis streaks in. And the SkyCity Stampede do manage to clear, and that will be an icing.
Yeah, you're right, Ian. There's a lot of physicality in this game. The Admirals are fielding four lines, and if they want to put pressure on Stampede, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, and as you see, another great shot of that save from Chaba. Yeah. But it's from that face-off win that the Admirals basically lost. The Stampede won that face-off with that one-time opportunity. So the Admirals win one here, but they don't get the shot through. They try to hold on to it, but they don't. So McLeish goes back with it.
Yeah, it was a goal like that from the face-off that got Admirals the win in Queenstown. It was a win and a shot by Scott Henry, who scored today as well.
That puck gets deflected onto the net, and Aston Brooks is forced to make kind of an awkward save. He couldn't cover it because it was on his blocker side. So he had to push it away from himself, and that kept the puck in play. Most goaltenders will try to have that covered, but you can't really do much covering with the blocker. Unfortunately, the reach cross body. Last 17 seconds here in the first period. McLeish elects to go behind that. Giveaway here to Harrison. Goes to the backhand on his knees as McLeish dives away to save himself from that big giveaway. Regan comes the other way with a shot. Trying to get one away before the period horn goes. And that will do it. A shot after the whistle, and Moses takes a hit. Some Stampede players took exception to that as they come together. Say, hey, hey, please don't do that. It's not very nice.
A lot of statements made from both Stampede and Admirals today, especially when it comes to players being in the crease.
This giveaway by McLeish right to Harrison. He was not expecting it, but he bobbled it. And luckily for the Admirals, McLeish dove to be in the way of any kind of shot. Wasn't much of a shot.
Regan bailed him out on that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So that's it. Like, we are done one period of play, folks. I hope you've been enjoying this game as much as we've been commentating it. The Admirals from West Auckland, they're up by 1 goal here against the visiting SkyCity Stampede. So if they are able to, and I hope we don't jinx it, but if they do hold on to have a victory, that would secure a home final for the Botany Swarm. So they would be doing their crosstown rivals a bit of a favor. But there you have it. That's a 1-0 lead already after one period of play.
You pretty even game. This is going to be exciting to see what happens.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like you mentioned, there was a bit of physicality.
Yeah.
There was a couple of power plays. Teams making some statements. How do you think that's going to play out for the next period?
More of the same, I hope. Maybe even more.
Yeah.
Time's running out on the season for the Admirals.
That's it. So they have their last game.
They can spend all their energy to this one and then start just waiting for the playoffs.
That's right. So the Stampede still have more games to come after this. So we are going to take a very short break. And the Zamboni's going to do their thing and do the ice resurfacing, as you
Come back after the intermission for some good hockey here in Auckland, Avondale.
Nice one. Let's go. Kia ora whanau, welcome back. I'm Ian Wanamaker alongside Marku Multiharju. Well, this is exciting. This is great action here. The Admirals are up 1-0 after one period of play, Marku, and we're in for a great second period, I reckon.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this has been a very physical game, so we expect to see more of that. And very even as well. Both teams have their chances, and it's 1-0 for Admirals so far. So let's go for this game. And
yeah, I think
tune in.
2 massive hits, and one was by the referee. He just kind of got in the way, and then the other one was Taylor Kennedy. He sent one of the Stampede players right into the boards. So
yeah, rewind to that clip of that big hit by TK.
It'll be on the action replay for sure. Definitely brought to you by The Rock. So yeah, this is going to be another good period. Hopefully the Admirals can get up a little bit further. Who knows? Like, if you're a fan of the game right now, there's a lot on the line, really. This is the last game of the regular season for the West Auckland Admirals team. They're wanting to finish on a high, end the season well. Not only that, they'd help out their Botany Swarm team, city team, I guess, if you want to call them that. There's 2 teams in Auckland. And Botany is currently sitting in first place. If the Admirals win tonight, that secures a home final for the Swarm. And also maybe the matchup here. I'm not sure where the semi will be.
Yeah.
We shall find that out pretty soon too.
Yeah. Admirals and Swarm, they're rivals, but the guys know each other. I bet they're expecting a lot of beers if the Admirals win this one.
Certainly not encouraging that, but some kind of celebratory beverages for sure. As we're underway here in the second period, that nice fresh ice cut. And Andy Hart, he chips it over the defender here, and he goes in. Takes a wrist shot right onto Brooks. Bit of a wobbly puck, and he just has it off his pad and holds on to it. Kind of an off-speed shot. It kind of changed direction a little bit.
Yeah. Like
a deflection.
Just get that offensive zone face-off.
And the Admirals looking to win it. It's in the skates. Makes it outside the line. That's Smith. Has it poked away. Amston goes to the middle of the ice. And McCogg. He dumps it in. And Harrison and Rooney come together to say hello again. Good pass up to the wing to Rooney. Rooney takes a big trip from the back there by Devlin. Took his feet literally right out from underneath him. And that will be a 2-minute penalty against Mr. Dylan Devlin.
Yeah, let's have a look on a replay. Where does that stick go? Yep.
It just totally takes both of his feet
sweeps.
out.
That wasn't even an accident. That was an easy call for the ref.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty simple one right there, clear cut. That's the textbook definition of tripping. He's actually lucky it wasn't clear cut breakaway. It could have been called for a penalty shot.
All right, Admirals taking the time to get a slow power play set up. Vesper gets it around, and it's in the corner for Henry. Sistroni manages to get it back to Henry, back to Sistroni, and they're
a bit of a diving play there by Reed. He comes in diving for the puck and misses it all, and then the Stampede just send it right down the rink.
Yeah, they weren't able to get it back to the D line, on the blue line.
So the Admirals power play going to work here. Regan tries to gain the line, but that's interrupted. Walcom sends it the length of the ice as Hurley goes to chase. McLeese goes back to get it. Admirals have kind of 2 stretch players really high up on the opposing blue line. And they do elect to hit one of them, that's Hart, but he does lose it. That's the risk of standing still. When you're receiving a quick, hard pass like that and you're under pressure, you're not entering in the zone smoothly as Daigle does here, skating it in, not just kind of walking it in. There's a big difference. And Fraser Ellis takes a hard shot there. That's deflected. And it does manage to make its way to the net, but Aston Brooks well in control of that all the way through. Now this might be the play where Regan pinches in to get the puck. Yes, it is. He just dives at the puck and takes out his own man.
Yeah, that's an all-in risky play.
Looked like they were bowling, like just falling all over each other there. And the Stampede win that face-off, send the puck down. Killing again more time of Dylan Devlin's penalty. He's got 20 seconds left. Dago comes out in front. He passes it up the wing. That's Rooney. He gains the line. Now that's good zone entry when you're getting into the other team's zone on a man advantage. Skating the puck in, under control, setting up your power play. It's just about close to even. Wrist shot from the point. That is saved. That'll take it right to the end of the penalty for Devlin, and we're back to 5-on-5. So nice snapshot from the point there, Marku, but what are you seeing? Like, it looks like Brooks can see that puck all the way, and pretty routine save.
Yeah, Admirals haven't been able to start a proper power play cycle here yet. So they've just had a couple of point shots.
Yeah, maybe 1-2 shots registered on that power play. I think both teams sensing that the next goal does carry a lot of weight, so they don't want to rush it. That puck goes off the mesh, but they're going to continue play. And McIntosh, and again, guys falling all in front of that pump action sign. Wrist shot there from Walcom, but that's hit away by Mason Kennedy. And that hits into the meshing above the glass, and that will cause another face-off to happen. Now it's going to be inside the West Auckland Admirals zone.
Yeah. Mason Kennedy getting a stick on Walcom's shot.
He's got a great shot too.
Yeah, preventing Walcom and scoring his 20th goal this season.
20th? Is he up to almost 20? Wow.
Next one would be 20th.
He's on an absolute tear. Speaking of tears, McIntosh, I believe that hit the post. Unless it was Chuba's stick. That was a good test on him. The Admirals trying to get it out of their zone. Looking to break out cleanly, but they kind of get it at the neutral zone, but then it's again. Stampede do real well to clog up that neutral ice. There's a delayed penalty here as Brooks was making his way to the bench. That's a high stick to one of the Admirals players. Looks like Caleb Chamberlain's going to go sit for 2 or less. Marky, did you see that? I didn't actually see his high stick there. If he's contacted the player or the puck.
I've been reffing a couple of times. It's really hard to see the high sticks because the players are so fast. So I'm not surprised I didn't catch it this time either.
Yeah, you got to be eagle eyes out there, and the refs, I mean, only human, they do miss some things sometimes, but that is going to be a power play to the SkyCity Stampede in this 1-0 game. We got 15 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second period, and both teams trading power plays early in the second frame. McIntosh sets up the bumper pass to Freer. Hits it, but doesn't get through. And McIntosh throws it behind the net, and that's Hayward Jones. He sends it the length of the ice. As the Stampede are forced to go all the way back. And Walcom takes it off the skate. Tries to get around Hayward Jones, but can't. He breaks that up. Goes to Ellis. 1-on-2. He just elects to dump it in. Solo. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Pass to McIntosh. He drops it to Devlin. Goes to Solo. Solo over to Walcom. Walcom, wrist shot. That gets off a body in front. And that doesn't get out of the zone. Solo pinches in. Backhand. Devlin. Trying to control it. Moves it down low. Stampede setting up the power play. 40 seconds left. Cutting in from the point. Oh, Walcom just couldn't hold on to a hard pass. As it was a good sequence there.
That was a great opportunity for Stampede, yeah.
Yeah, they got through the coverage, the defensive coverage, but couldn't get it through clean. So that pass goes off a skate in neutral ice. Harrison collects it though. Wrist shot saved by
That's a high
Chaba.
stick from McIntosh.
And the Admirals play it, so no call for the high sticking. It's negated. Harrison across, backhand shot, and a goal! Colin McIntosh, forehand, backhand beauty as he scores. And then someone gets pushed and punished after the celebration. Looks like not only a goal for the Stampede, but they might be going on the power play here, Marker.
Yeah, and it looked like there was already a penalty coming up, but that's negated because the Stampede scored.
Hold on, there's taking 2 Admiral players to the box. That's Gary McLeish, he's going for one. And also, Alex Regan's going for another one. 2 penalties. So as you see here, McLeish is shoving someone right after the goal is scored, and he puts that man to the ice, so he's getting a 2-minute penalty. But then Alex Regan has also got one as well. I'm not sure what he's going to be serving. That's rubbing salt in the wound. They get scored on to tie the game, and now they're getting 2 penalties. So here's, you see here, that backhand by McIntosh. He cuts across the middle. Great feed from Walcom. And then the players come together. Looks like Devlin and McLeish, they kind of had a bit of a pushing match. But then McLeish maybe just get a little bit too aggressive, and he pushed him over, so he gets 2 minutes. He's still trying to argue his case, actually, through the box towards the referees. And it looks like it's going to be 5-on-3 markers, so that's a double blow for the Admirals.
That is a big call from the refs.
Yeah. So this occurred all after the goal was scored. So both of those infractions are
so the refs are
after
saying
the goal.
there was an infraction before the goal and then 2 afterwards.
And then after the goal. Yes, because one's negated and then 2 more. Wow. So stay tuned for this, folks. A 5-on-3 in favor of the SkyCity Stampede. It is 1-1 at the moment, putting the league's best power play to work. Oh, second best. Botany has got the best power play just in terms of percentage. One-timer shot saved by Chaba. Had to be sharp on that one. Another play here. Stampede 5-on against the 3 Admirals. Shot from there in the side of the net. Well saved by Chaba. The net has come off its pegs once again. That is why the whistle has blown. And that will stop play. The faceoff will be inside of the Admiral zone. A lot of good movement from the Stampede as Burns passed that puck over, just setting it up for a one-time shot. And great save by Chaba.
Yeah, so now we have the penalties there for high sticking and roughing.
So the penalties just get announced, and that is an offside. That puck just barely came over the line. So the Stampede do win the faceoff. They put it back, but the defenseman couldn't hold it inside the zone. It goes over the blue line, so that's going to be a faceoff just outside the Admirals' blue line. And the Stampede win that faceoff. Burns, he cruises in, setting up on this 5-on-3 penalty. Minute and 12 left in both of those penalties to the Admirals. Burns across. One-timer shot comes, just misses the net. Setting up Solo. Burns taking it again. Is the Solo looking like he's the shooter on this power play. Another shot, save. 2 shots, 3 shots. Chaba making some great saves, holding the post. And the Admirals just clear. Burns passes it up to McIntosh. 3-on-2 shaping up. Lockie Freer, wrist shot in front. Backhand from Walcom, just couldn't get it over the pad of Chaba. Still in danger, shot, goal! 2-1 Stampede, just like that. Solo wrist shot, making the Admirals pay on that power play.
Chaba was getting peppered on that power play. There's so many shots. I don't know if the statisticians were able to keep up with that.
And that one just beat him clean, just under the glove, above the pad. Really hard to save those. He came out to cut the angle, but I had to respect the other men on both sides of him because it's a double-edged sword with having 2 men open backdoor and also short side. So he has to respect both of those. Yeah, come out just a little bit. So Chaba gets scored on by the shooter there, and it's a 2-1 hockey game, folks. Stampede up by 1. Quickly erasing that goal advantage as Hayes fills in Harrison. Man, stay tuned. This is an unbelievable hockey game to watch and call. Amston across. So the Stampede still on a power play here. The Admirals got 10 seconds left in the Regan penalty. Not fully out of danger yet, as the puck is stuck on top of the net, leaving 1 second on the penalty. Oh, the penalty is, this is really unusual, Marco. The penalty has come off of the clock. The whistle has gone, but they haven't released the player from the box. Mainly because the whistle went. So possibly on puck drop, Regan should come onto the ice. So we've got 12 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. And
those penalties have cost the Admirals a lot. They cost them their lead.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is 2-1 in favor of the Stampede. But they're breaking back the other way. That's Chamberlain. Pass in the middle of Smith. Smith still with it now, fighting in the corner with Devlin. And Chamberlain. It's that taken away by that active stick again by Amston, and he just clears it away from danger. And that's not an icing, doesn't reach that red line. That's kind of the second or third time that's happened in this game against the Admirals. The puck not fully crossing that line.
Yep, Dave was quick to get to it.
And he lost his stick in the process there. He's down a stick, and he's last man back, so that's dangerous for the Admirals. The Stampede could take advantage of this while Dake is without a stick. So he might have to go right off, as Admirals do have possession of the puck. And luckily, he doesn't make it to the bench. Smith with a wrist shot. That's broke, and that's stopped by Burns, acting as a goalie there. Still inside the Stampede zone. Burns backhands it out of danger. Straight back in by Kennedy. Burns. Decides he wants to go back. Backhands it up to his D-man partner, Solo. Nice sauce pass across the rink. Up to Jack Robbie. And that's not out of the zone. Wrist shot there from the point. And that's held in. Solo. Down low. Shot from a weird angle. Sharp angle, I should say. And Admirals managed to clear the zone. Stampede feeling a bit of this momentum right now. Solo comes in. Wrist shot. Blockered away by Chaba. The puck's loose in the corner. One man against three, and he's doing well here. And that puck goes up a high off the glass, forcing Mason Kennedy to retreat. He gets hit in the corner. Welcome in pursuit. Taylor Kennedy. Backhands it up the wall, gives it to McIntosh. McIntosh, backhand pass over to Amston. Amston right in the middle of the rink, takes a hard shot here. Another save by Chaba. That was a bit of a broken record yesterday. A lot of shots, another save by Chaba, save by Chaba. So the Stampede relentless on their attack, and Amston coming in as a D-man gets another high scoring opportunity in the high slot, and Chaba had to be sharp with another good save. So second periods tend to be not super good for the Admirals, as the SkyCity Stampede are a very strong second period team, Marku, demonstrating that yesterday by getting 4 goals compared to the Admirals 1. So a high scoring second period. Let's see how this shapes up here as we just tick over into that second half of the second period. And that's Jack Robbie getting a shot in on net. Harrison McCock getting a shot in on Chaba.
Yeah, this Stampede team is not easily rattled, and they're not giving up. All the guys are really skilled. They are really confident with the puck. And they're really strong with the puck. It's really hard to get it off of them, and the skill level is just there.
Yeah, it's obvious when you watch it, but they also play with a lot of confidence, and they play with a lot of trust in their systems and in their strength. So not an overly complicated bit of system, but it's an effective one. And as we saw yesterday, quite good at breaking out of their own zone and getting into the offensive zone, and as well as smothering in the neutral zone. So these guys, they're well trained, and they definitely know how to finish games. So keep watching, folks. This is a really, really tight contest right now, and Stampede certainly in the fight. Harrison McCock goes up top. Looks a bit like a power play. Admirals trying to get out of their zone. They do. That's Hart after a good save by Chaba. He's taken down from behind from Connor Harrison, and the referee has spotted that, and he says, not going to give that a penalty. Yeah. Chaba trying to make his way to the bench to send out an extra attacker for the Admirals. And that is touched there by the Stampede. So Harrison for the Stampede will go off for 2 minutes. as you'll see here on the replay.
Yeah, it's pushing from the back, so that's an easy call for the ref.
Yeah, he kind of like went underneath and around him, took him down from behind. So naturally, anything from that backside, when you're behind the man and you put hands on them or stick, you're going to get called.
Yeah. I mean, you're allowed to push from the side, from the hips a little bit, give that, but not from the back, not from the middle of the back.
Yeah, so there's a bit of judgment there, but there's also, that's pretty clear cut. There's intent, so the intent was to try and stop the forward progress of the player, which he did.
Yeah.
That's an easy call for a ref.
Yeah.
But already 30 seconds is gone from that power play, and the Admirals are just getting into the SkyCity Stampede zone. So it seems like they're a few seconds behind in terms of this gameplay against this Stampede team, where they need to be in front of them, getting a more active. And here we are here. This is on a PK. Wow, yeah. Taken away by Walcom, getting a shorthanded opportunity. Well earned. Now Hart the other way, drops it to Sistroni. Sistroni. Hard shot, missed the net though. And that gets sent all the way back down, and Walcom, he's in first on the PK. So Stampede's showing incredible play even down a man. That's Hart, breaks it in. Intercepted there by Amston, he clears. So nothing clean once the Admirals do enter into the Stampede zone. They're not able to set up shop. Hart trying something different, shoots it right in the shin pads. Not really what you want. No, you don't really draw that up on the old power play attacking list. Shooting into the shin pads is kind of coach's nightmare. Hayward Jones with it now. He's trying something. Looked a little bit forced to Rooney. Wrist shot, puck's there, rebound. Hart gets nailed in front. And the Stampede clear. Hart still down. And he'll head off for a change. And now Harrison gets on the ice. That is a penalty kill successfully done by the Stampede. 6:19 remaining in the second period. 2-1 scoreline. Harrison McCogg trying to cut in. He can't. Mason Kennedy throws that into neutral ice. Amston. Over to Solo. Solo comes in with speed. Goes to the backhand. Breaks in hard. Power move here. Takes it hard to the net. Goes down. Chaba holds on to it. Some great action here, Marku. Like Stampede kill the penalty, get some momentum. They feel it. Solo comes in. Does a good rush on his own. Decides, all right, I'm going to take this guy on. Goes on the backhand. You don't see there is that he finishes this play by driving hard on the backhand, pulls it to the forehand, gets a good shot off, and then Chaba holds his ground, stops the puck.
Yeah, the Admirals defenders need to be strong on that, so
more
he doesn't
aggressive.
Drive the net.
Don't let him through. Like they got to be on his hips straight away. Like match speed with speed. Don't be flat-footed. And then that's a case of man with speed, man just standing still, goes around him. So it's the simple things here. Complicated game. McIntosh, hard wrist shot. They crash the net well, trying to get that rebound. Admirals, if they're going to respond, this is the time to do it. 5 minutes left in the second. They're down 2-1. They give it to their import, Riley Smith, but he's kind of backpedaling, going the other way. Sometimes you need to go back to move forward, but the Admirals right now seem to me that they're a little bit more on the back foot than on the front foot at this stage of the game, which is playing with fire, if you ask me. Now, Burns. Big ice clearing pass, just a little bit too far ahead, and he knows it. And that's going to be an icing coming right back into his zone. So that wrist shot there by McIntosh. Chaba saves it, but the rebound is right there in the Stampede. Much quicker than the Admirals to collect that puck and that rebound. Admirals a bit of in that defensive mode, watching the play, not really actively pursuing the puck and getting it back. So something, if you are on the coaching staff, you may want to just take note of and have a look. Something they need to look at for that third period. Just that urgency, get the puck, don't be watching it. These guys know they got to get in the game and quickly. 4:43 left in this second period. Solo streaks through. Temporarily interrupted by Quigley. But Solo has it now. Makes a bit of a late hit from Moses. Moses manages to get it back. Drops it to Taylor. Taylor comes in. Then Taylor with a wrist shot. That's blocked by Burns. Burns just seems to be in such great position so many times to block shots. He's got good speed. Not a huge man, but man, he's in the right spot for a lot of the time. Good lead pass here up to Kemp. He can't hold it. Yeah, it's Rusky Jones. Plays it back to Burns. Burns over to Solo. He chips it in on the backhand, goes for a change. Kemp goes into chase. Give away by McLeish. Kemp battling for it now in the corner. Does well to hold off his man. Him and Fraser Ellis battle. Robbie takes a hit. Holds onto the puck. Big hit in the corner, and that's going to be a penalty to Fraser Ellis, who absolutely stapled his man. Didn't even have the puck right in front of the referee. That's going to be a boarding call marker. That is a costly, timely penalty for an Admiral player to take right before the second period break. There's one thing playing aggressive. He doesn't even have the puck, and he fills that guy in like that. That is just something that you got to be mentally stronger on. You can't be making penalties like that at this time in a game.
Ellis just had retribution in his mind. He went for that back check, and yeah, the Admirals need to get back into the game, but but that's not the way to do it.
Like there's battling. He's battling hard. He was doing well, like 50-50 battles there. But when you take it to that next step, when the man doesn't even have the puck, you're going to get penalized. And the ref was in good position, makes the call. Stampede on the power play yet again. Solo. Over to Walcom. Walcom comes down. Pass in front. Shot. Looks like it does go through. Doesn't get in. Burns battles at it. He takes a whack at it. And then the Admirals, they manage to clear.
Sistro finally able to clear that loose puck.
Just under 3 minutes now. Minute 20 in the penalty to Ellis. Burns gets in, chases after the puck. Hayward Jones gets it, backhands it out of the zone.
This could be an opportunity.
As Brooks comes out to play it. If Henry was skating a little quicker. Chamberlain with a shot here. Oh, Aston was not back in his net yet. But Chamberlain misses the net. And a short-handed opportunity for him there. Harrison skates in well, holding onto that puck. Kind of drops it inadvertently, and then the Admirals do clear. Killing off some more time in this penalty. Brooks out to play it. Amston. Hit by Chamberlain.
Caleb able to forecheck nicely the puck away.
Yeah, disrupting the flow of the Stampede out of their zone on the PP. Here comes Devlin on that right side. He streaks in behind the net. Goes up top to Freer. Mitchell back down to Devlin. They cross up. Devlin does well on the line, gives it to Mitchell. Back up to Dillon. Dillon, swing and a miss on that pass. Now Mitchell has it. Down low, he cuts to the net. Tried to pass it in front. That's taken away by Henry. He sends it right down to Brooks. And that penalty will expire to Ellis. He's back on. So a minute 30 left in this second period. Frantic action as we come to the close of this second period. 2-1 is the scoreline. McCog up to Devlin. Does a toe drag, doesn't get it through. That's stopped. Ellis has it now. Comes in, avoids a hit, goes in the backhand forehand, and that's again broken up by the Stampede. Solo manages to clear. Ellis dumps it in. Last minute of play in the second period. Walker takes that pass, skates in with speed, challenges the D, drop to McIntosh. McIntosh back to Walcom. Walcom stops up, doesn't get a shot away, poked away. Still inside the Admiral zone. Burns, wrist shot from the point. Blocked. Lockie Freer, back up to the point man. Burns, across to Solo. Solo, over to Walcom. Walcom, wrist shot. Desperate defense by the Admirals as McLeish gets a stick on it, and that hits the mesh. Just scramble mode for the Admirals defense here. Players diving to block shots. Walcom loads up the wrist shot, but takes a deflection off McLeish's stick and out of the ring.
Stampede playing better now after the power play was over because Admirals put on a really impressive penalty kill there.
Yeah, good pressure by Caleb Chamberlain using his speed. But Admirals are down 2-1. This is, again, second period where they have had some trouble in Stampede, showing why they are a club to be contending with. And a break here. Oh, interrupted by Solo as Hart was in behind him. Manages to stick that out of midair. And welcome. Last 6 seconds. That's a toe drag move. Can't get around Hayward Jones so well. And that will end the second period. Man, what a period of hockey right there, folks. That is fantastic play.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Stampede answer right back after that first period with a really commanding performance. A lot of shots put on, a lot of power play time for the Stampede, and they're up to the 2-1.
Yeah, we've already reached 50 shots between both teams, but in favor of the Stampede with 29 to the Admirals 21. And as you mentioned, Mark, like not only a tight contest and a physical contest, but a bit of special teams as well.
Yep.
And some discipline came into this period, whereas the Admirals took a couple of penalties that were really uncharacteristic, or maybe not uncharacteristic, but costly for those moments in time in the game.
For sure.
When they should be certainly trying to bite the bullet, maybe not bite the bullet, but just playing a little bit more composed. Like you said earlier that the Stampede aren't really rattled. They're quite calm under pressure, and they're playing their game. Did you see that a little bit more in that second period?
Yeah, they're really steady on how they approach the game. So I don't see them getting really rattled, and they'll keep doing what they're doing. So I feel like it's up to the Admirals to be better on not taking those penalties, and but instead battle harder.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do need to raise their game. They only got 20 minutes of their regular season left. They need to put all their effort into getting the puck back and actually going on the attack and keeping the Stampede on the back foot, not them being on the back foot and in a bit of defensive mode. So again, stay tuned. We got some amazing hockey left for you in the last 20 minutes of play. An update from the game down in Canterbury. I think the last time we checked it was 4-4. So Phoenix Thunder coming right back to keep that scoreline relatively close. But we'll keep you up to date as we go through this evening. Sorry, now it's just been updated to 5-5. Wow, yep. So a couple more goals scored down there. In Canterbury, 5-5, that's 10 goals, quite a high-scoring game. We're on a lower-scoring game at the moment, 2-1 to the Stampede. We'll see how this goes.
Not low in intensity. This is a pretty exciting game. It's 20 minutes left for the West Auckland Admirals regular season. They're not going to go down quietly. So tune in for this third period for that. All right, welcome back.
Kia ora whanau, welcome back. Strap yourselves in, folks, because I don't know if you've been watching the other team game that's been on in the NZIHL, but there could be a little bit of controversy here. But what's happened is Canterbury Red Devils have just won in overtime against the Phoenix Thunder. They actually were seconds or milliseconds too late from winning the game in regulation. They were on a power play to finish the third period of the game. They were in the process of scoring. The horn was going. Then the puck goes in the net after the horn was gone, has sounded, and the referee said no goal. So that means they go to overtime. It was tied 5-5, which is a good thing for the West Auckland team because that would secure them a place in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they missed 1 point.
They missed what? So if the Canterbury Red Devils won in regulation, they could have possibly got third place, but now that has ruled that out, and they go to overtime and win in overtime. So they're definitely going to be possibly reviewing that decision. Man, that's right down to the wire.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So there you go, folks. We have another close event here in NZIHL action. We've got a game tonight right now in West Auckland. Tamaki Makaurau, it's 2 for the Stampede, 1 to the Admirals, and we got 20 minutes to play in this third period. So, Marco, what do you expect here?
This is going to be the Admirals' last chance.
Yeah, it's their litmus test, isn't it? They have to get this right if they want to finalize their place in the standings and also lend a helping hand to the Bodney Swarm, who are hoping they do secure a win here. And a big hit as Hart just gets crushed by Connor Harrison right in front of the Stampede bench. But he gets up.
Yeah, because we don't know if they've heard what happened in Canterbury, but they shouldn't focus on that. They should focus purely on this game and tonight and this last 20 minutes.
Yeah, they can't focus anything else other than what's in front of them right now. But that is absolutely exciting stuff, man. Oh, man. Right down to the milliseconds as Dake fights off a check. But Stampede, they do well. Hold on to that puck. They regain possession. Walcom goes one-on-one. Takes a hard shot, breaking Dake's stick in the process. And he borrows Sestroni's stick. And he does manage to get it to the line, not out of the zone. And nope, not cleared.
Did you see Vinny Sestrone just bat that puck out of the air with his hand?
No, that was actually Day. Oh, and a goal. McIntosh scores, making it 3-1 Stampede. Sestrone without a stick, not able to help, and the SkyCity Stampede score.
Yeah, that breaking of the stick ended up costing that.
So Vinny gets out to the point to try and block it, gets to the point, and then Colin McIntosh just fishes out with almost a fishing net, grabs the rebound, loose puck, and puts it in backhand.
Yeah, by himself, so he has that space and to put that rebound in. 3-1.
That's to start this third period. That is definitely not the start the Admirals wanted at all. Man, they've got a little bit more to climb out of here with a 3-1 scoreline. Stampede might go into a bit of a defensive. Well, you know what? I don't think that's part of their MO. They don't seem to play defensive at all. Smith on the charge, backhand. That's saved by Brooks. I was going to say they may have a more kind of defensive approach, seeing if the Admirals do come at them, because they have to.
Yeah. I can't talk enough about Caleb Chamberlain. And you mentioned his speed, and this is the speedy line of the Admirals. Got Ryan Smith and another young player, Steven, there. I played with Chamberlain, and he's one of the fastest players in New Zealand already.
Absolutely, he's very, very quick, but it's also what you do when you have that speed with the decision-making with the puck or without it.
Yeah. And it's tough finding him teammates that are able to keep up.
Oh, a bit of a play there, and Walcom trying to drive to the net. There's no call. He's looking out to see if there was a call. He was one-on-one against the Admirals defender. So Regan, he kind of is on the back step here, chasing behind him. And that's McLeish angling him to the side, and he just kind of like takes him down. I don't know if I don't think the refs called a penalty there, and probably nothing too much in that. But we reset, get a face-off, and the Admirals win it, but they just send it away. Hampston puts it over to Callum Burns. Burns to Hurley. So awaiting Taylor Kennedy. He chips it up to Ben Taylor. Taylor cuts in the middle. Nice move here by Taylor. Has it poked away by Rusky Jones. Burns holds it. Sends it across. Just out of the reach of Kemp. Puts Mason on the back end. He drops it behind the net to Taylor. Taylor up to Moses. Doesn't hold it cleanly. Kept in at the line by Freer. But that's backhanded up into the mesh. And the face-off will possibly be where it should be, outside actually. But they are going inside the zone. That's unusual. Okay, because he shot that from outside the blue line.
I would have said inside, but yeah.
You reckon? So if he shoots it from outside the blue line as an attacking player. All right, another rule thing that we need to check. And they win the face-off. Shot doesn't get through. Admirals get in the way of that one. Oh, a bit of a crunch there from Ellis to the back of his player. And Admirals break away. That is nowhere near the puck as Ben Steven just took his man. He wasn't even anywhere near the puck.
Yeah, wasn't playing the puck. Just looking for a body.
So Admirals, they have 1-on-3 here. Step up by Devlin. Kind of intercepts that play, but Howard's still going. Ellis one-time shot. That's blocked by Freer.
Again with the Stampede blocking those shots.
Getting in the right position.
They've been doing well.
Art with a chance here. Rebound. Nothing there. Got an opportunity for himself with a good wrist shot. Under pressure. So he does well to escape with the puck here. He takes it away from the defenseman. Cuts into the middle with a nice move. Wrister possibly didn't get all of it. And Brooks with the pad down makes that save. Daigle wrist shot from the point. I don't know if Brooks even seen it, but that missed the net. If it was on target, that was going to go short side. So he's definitely got a new stick. Shot from the point. Brooks save. And the Stampede do well to clear the rebound. And Vesper, pass to the middle. Good active stick by the Stampede, preventing that pass getting through. Daigle now goes to center. To Hayward Jones. Jones gets over the line. Pressure on Amstead. Sestroni with it. Pass in front. Daigle cuts in. Shot. Save there by Brooks. So the Admirals with a little bit of attacking pressure here. Not able to keep it in at the line, though. Henry trying to interrupt the progress of Walcom. Walcom by himself, 1 against 2. And Sestroni. Misses Chamberlain with that pass. Freer, that's Lockie, he gets it. Pass to Risky Jones. Tries to get it in the middle, but Regan bats that away. And Vincenzo, a bit of an intercept by Robbie at center. Sebastian Steven takes a hit. Coming the other way is Solo. Always dangerous from that back end. He gets crunched there by Regan. A lot of speed from that back end, and they really activate their defensemen really well and have someone drop back to cover. So the Stampede just kind of seamless as how they transition from D to offense, offensive players to defense. Showing a lot of trust in their teammates. Admirals now break out of the zone. Smith. He cuts through. Good stick lift. Risky Jones. He's at the end of his shift, so he dumps and changes. And Robbie gets hit from the back end by Alex Regan. And the Admirals come away with a puck. Smith drops for Regan. And that is offside. A little bit too fancy at that blue line with that drop pass between the legs. So Risky Jones is just dumps and chase. He just dumps it in, goes for a change. Then Regan goes to get the puck. He kind of uses his backside here to block the attacking forechecker, sending him right down. So more of that physical action that we talked about throughout this game. Big step up there by Taylor Kennedy. Kind of only gets a part of Harrison McCog. And Harrison hits Mason Kennedy. So a lot of hitting going on in this game. Harrison gets that puck just a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit late. That's Mason Kennedy hitting Harrison after the whistle. There was already momentum in that play, but the whistle had gone, and Mason Kennedy hits Connor Harrison, but it's after the whistle, and so he's going to the penalty box.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct.
So Dago kind of asking the referee for a little clarification as to how and why the call was made, but once again, that's just something that I don't know if you want to call that a hockey play, because it was, the whistle had gone for the offside and the play was still developing, and Mason was already committed to the hit. So I don't know. You can read into that how you will, but that's sending the Stampede to the power play in this third period, 13 minutes, 40 seconds. So Burns with a wrist shot there as they go 1-2 with McIntosh. Good puck movement, good control by the Stampede early on. Already within 15 seconds, Marku, the Stampede get a shot on goal. Admirals on their power play, it took them more than 45 seconds to get their first shot on in their last power play. So already that just shows you that 30-second delay that the Admirals are operating under, playing a bit of catch-up here throughout this game.
Yeah, Stampede looking to just add another goal into their lead with this power play.
And they're on that. So Colin McIntosh. Crafty with the stick, passes it up. Now down low. Burns looking to wrap it around. Doesn't get through it. And now Walkham on that left side. All the way across to Burns. Nope, that doesn't, it hits actually off Burns. He was looking for McIntosh. Goes cross ice. That's Walkham. Passes it down to Burns. Burns gets double teamed. Hit from the back. Admirals trying to clear it. Hayward Jones on it now. Can't secure it. Walkham passes it over to McIntosh. Oh, he just can't hold on. He kind of looks like he lost a skate blade. Or an edge. Solo over to Walkham. Walkham winds up. Shot. Deflected in front. And the Admirals do clear it. Good pressure here by the Stampede. As they go, the Admirals get a change. And the Stampede come up.
Yeah, McIntosh had a huge opportunity there, but just lost the edge at the end.
Good break in by Solo. As Kennedy comes in to hit him. And Hay takes his bucket right off. And he's going to go 2 minutes for a roughing to the face. Again, we talk about timely penalties. This is another one where it's like, why do you do that at these moments? Solo just really baiting the Admirals into a penalty here. He's just stopping up in front of the net, not doing anything else other than stopping, and then he just gets filled in from the back. So takes the hit here. The play is over. Whistle's gone.
No, he was holding on to his stick.
Oh,
he was holding on to his stick the whole time. That's why he pulled his helmet off. Instigating. Doing something that's in theory not legal.
So yeah, 5-on-3, Marku. This is the second time the Stampede have had a 5-on-3 in this game. I think the Admirals killed off part of the 5-on-3, but they did get scored on. We'll check that. But 11 seconds in the Mason Kennedy penalty. Stampede, again, in control of the puck. Walkham over to Burns. Burns gives it back to Walkham. Walkham one time. Miscue. Mason Kennedy on. He goes straight to the bench. Bit of an unusual decision. You'd think he would just go straight on and be in a penalty kill role. Still 5-on-3 shot in. Walkham gets it deflected wide.
Yeah, instead they get Caleb Chamberlain, a penalty kill specialist. With his speed, he's just able to, and the space, a lot of times he's able to just skate around those players.
But it's just an interesting decision to have him go all the way across the ice when the play's already in their zone. You think he would just go on and help his teammates.
It was a bit risky, eh?
So, risky is right, playing with a bit of fire against the Stampede power play. proving already that it is very capable.
11 minutes to go with their season. They got to take some risks now. Down 2 goals. And now Caleb's going to be first one at the puck.
On the PK. Harrison over to Jack Robbie. Robbie sends it back low. Dave gloves that and then sends it down. Amston does the same. Gloves it down. That's Mitchell Freer. He just dumps it in. Robbie goes to chase. In fact, the last 2 of the Stampede goals have been on the power play.
Sorry for technical difficulties. If we lost the feed for a while, we're trying to get it back.
And the penalties have just expired to the West Auckland Admirals. We hit the 10-minute mark right now. The play is back to 5-on-5.
Stampede in the offensive zone, cycling the puck. They get one shot on Chaba, saves it. It's 5-on-5.
And as play continues, the Admirals are trying to get out of their zone. They do.
We have to do a bit of radio commentating until we get the feedback.
That's all good. Yeah, we'll just tell you exactly what's happening. Solo's chasing in on Dig. Dig chops at it. Puck deflects up in the air, and Hurley gets it down. He intercepts the pass there, and Stampede keep the puck inside the Admiral zone. There you go, as we get back to live action. Admirals in behind their net. That's Hayward Jones. He comes up with it now. Backhand up the middle. That's broken up. Diggs forced over to help him. He takes a nice hit by Kemp. Amston. Good move there to avoid Riley Smith. Pass up to Lockie Freer. He just chips it in. Bit of simple play. Dump and chase. Killing more time off the clock. They have a 2-goal lead right now. 8 minutes 50 left in this third period. 3-1 is the scoreline. Hayward Jones up the wing to Moses. Moses goes far across the ice, well out of the reach of Smith. And that's going to be an icing against the Admirals. That's a bit of a telling point in the game, Marco, when you're icing the puck when they need to be in control.
Yeah.
So Stampede continue to roll these 3 lines, and they don't show any sign of fatigue at all here. Going up against the 4 line. Oh, hit from the back there by Kennedy on Walcom. Protected himself really well. Pass in front. What a save by Chaba.
Chaba Gercho Magos. What a save.
Unbelievable with the glove.
He's receiving a standing ovation here at Avondale for that save.
That is robbery. Unbelievable. As he gets the glove to Rob McIntosh of what looked like a sure goal. So he's not giving up on his team at all. So hopefully that gives a bit of a boost to his players in front of him. And he's doing all he can to keep them in the game. As Lockie Freer just flew in. Colin McIntosh flew in for a big hit. Missed his man. But they still have the puck marker. Like, they're still in control even after taking some liberties. Amston keeps it low. That's to Walcom. Walcom sends it down low to McIntosh. McIntosh on the back end. And the Admirals do get it out of the zone. Good hustle back by Mitchell Freer. Clears it, but that goes to Ellis. He stops up. Ellis dancing and weaving in the corner. Sends it on net. Saved by Brooks. Hart gives it over to Bruni. And the Stampede break it up yet again, and they send it down the length of the ice. Not quite enough for icing. Put up to Ellis. Ellis passes it. Just goes all the way to Brooks. He just steers that aside. Connor Harrison now. Off the boards to Devlin. Out of his reach. Regan has his pass go right in the skates of Harrison. He cuts in. Does nice to avoid a couple of hits. Looking for a shot. What a save by Chaba. Robbing Devlin again. Flashing the glove. Unbelievable glove saves here by Chaba in the last few minutes.
Yeah, he was able to get a pretty good save on that. I thought it was hit the pipe, but yeah, I didn't hear it.
Big hit there. Regan comes across. Hits Solo. Yeah, he definitely got a glove on it. That puck was destined for that top right-hand corner. So 6 minutes 35. The score 3-1 to the Stampede. Admirals trying to get out of their zone. They do now. Up to Sestrone. Down that left side. Saucers a pass in front. Looking to hit Henry, the goal scorer for the Admirals. And Vesper has it at the line. He goes in. Sends it deep. Callum Burns in behind the net now. And the Stampede get out of the zone. But Diggs there. Back at his blue line to Hayward Jones. Passes it up to Vesper. He chips it in. The crowd really trying to rally the Admirals here. The Stampede, they send it down. They're going to beat this for no icing. Oh, the referee, the linesman decides to call that because it's a judgment call. They have to make the decision before the players get to the hash marks.
Yeah, top of the hash mark.
See the hit here.
That.
Harrison just like
dances around that check.
Hit. This is the
this
save
is the
here.
Shot. Yeah.
Chaba gets his glove on it. That puck was on edge and rolling, going up to that top corner. That's great camera work, guys. Well done. 5 minutes, 39 seconds here, third period. Stampede, 3-1 lead, breaking out of the zone. Dump in by Solo. Hurley's on it, takes a shot, that's blocked by Chamberlain. Caleb goes for escape. Just can't break through the, oh, that was an interesting play by Mitchell Freer. Went up to clear it right off his own player's helmet. Admirals just not able to break through the defenders of the Stampede, at least not cleanly. They get it in the zone now. Chamberlain, he's 1-on-2, he stops up. Gives it to Andy Hart, goes into contact. Puts it low to Smith. Smith looking to the return pass. Goes to Kennedy at the point, down to Hart. And a bit of a break here now. That's Kemp. Takes on Mason Kennedy with a bit of speed. And Fraser comes away with it to Hart. Up to Smith. Smith. Showing good control of the puck. Puts it down low. McIntosh in good position to take that puck away.
Yeah, and he has anticipated that one.
It's just good hockey IQ. And Taylor Kennedy forced to go on the backhand. Does get it out of the zone. Rooney can't get through Walcom. McIntosh. He goes 1-on-2. It's escape. 4 minutes left. Admirals, last game of the NZIHL regular season for them. Henry with a good hard wrist shot. Brooks crosses his arm over and elects to hold on to it with the glove.
Yeah, decides to shoot from the defender's legs, hoping that he won't see it, but yep. He's got his eyes on that. Loves it. 4 minutes to go. 2-goal lead for the Stampede.
Now, if you're the Admirals, do you reckon that pulling the goalie at any point in time, as the time gets closer down, do they risk it? Is that something they might consider?
Yeah, with the Canterbury Red Devils losing that 1 point, they can only go tied. So is it down to a goal difference? Will that be a deciding factor if they manage to win the rest of the games and tie Admirals?
Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what the official rulings are right now with the way the points are going to be falling. And if that is an official result in Canterbury, that means Canterbury Red Devils have only secured 2 points out of that game. Well, only, I should say. They've got 2 plus the 3 that they won from the win. So that's a total of 5 points, changing them. I don't know how that affects the Admirals in terms of their third placing. It seems like that would not be enough, just that 1 point. So that's how close it is in the standings. So they may not need to do the extreme measure of pulling the goalie to try and win this, or at least try to tie.
You always try to win. So
of course.
I'd say it's worth it. It's also a
it's high risk.
High risk, but you want to practice for that.
Yep.
You want some practice for it going into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair. So a good drop pass here as Risky Jones takes a hard shot. Gets a wrist shot away, and just inside the blue line, that's a routine save for Chaba. 3 minutes, 8 seconds right now in this game. And Stampede win another faceoff. Wrist to the net. Admirals don't get it out of the zone though. Kept in. Wrist shot. Deflected. Shot again. That goes wide. Just seems that there's a yellow jersey in the right spot every time the puck gets put towards the net, even if they miss. Another shot on net. Chaba forced to make another save.
We can't even talk about pulling the goalie while the Stampede is cycling the puck in the offensive zone.
But that's it. They're just totally dictating a lot of the pace of the play here, and Lockie gets a one-time opportunity. He kind of bats that puck out of midair.
They look so comfortable with their play right now.
Yeah, they're not rattled. They got a 2-goal lead. They are playing a solid game here. Looking to try and score from the side of the net there was
trying
McIntosh.
to squeeze it in.
He saw that Chaba had leaned down. He put it, like, he raised the puck to try and get it through, like maybe off the backside. Another good hit there and get the Rock replay. So he's got the puck. He tries to throw it into the net, but Chaba holds the post and covers up pretty well. They've almost got 40 shots, the Stampede. 39 right now against the Admirals, 26. It's just not enough to get it done if you are the Admirals. But they break the other way, 2.5 minutes. Rooney stops and curls up. Gives it back to Hart. Hart in the slot. Ooh, he shoots and that goes wide. Ellis. Up to the point, Hayward Jones back down low. Off the Zamboni door. Solo breaks away. Comes out of the zone. Nice pass to Lockie. Freer. Freer puts it on net, and that is a save by Chaba. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. What about a timeout? Something they might consider as well.
That's another thing. Yep. It's only 2 minutes to go.
When do they call it? What do they do? Are they putting a power line, a specialty line on? They want to practice something in the defensive zone. They need the puck down in the other zone. It's not where they want to be in their own zone right now. So like you mentioned, Stampede, much more comfortable in the offensive zone, keeping the Admirals at bay. Burns goes back to Amston. Amston just chips it off the boards, out of the reach of McLeish. That will not be an icing. So McLeish comes up, backhands it through the middle. And that's just dumped right back in. Amston gains center ice, throws it in. More time chewed off the clock, putting the pressure right back on the Admirals. Henry, he breaks away. Empty net is the case now as Admirals pull the goalie. So they are literally pulling out all the stops now. Offensive zone face-off for the Admirals. Now they elect to have the timeout. So we shall see Coach Cam Stephen putting a bit of a play together, possibly putting the lineup he wants out there. Because this is it. This is the last dash, last opportunity for these Admirals. If they want to come back in this game, 1 minute 26 seconds left. They've taken a timeout. SkyCity Stampede all huddle around their coach, Cam Freer. Probably being reassured right now. Keep playing the way we're playing. You guys have got this. Stick to your structure. Win a face-off. Battle where you need to. Whereas if you're the Admirals, you're going to need to isolate someone pretty fast, win the draw, get the puck to them, crash the net. What other things do they need to do?
Control the puck. No risky, let's hope for it, assists. They need to get a good shot, not shoot at the legs as well.
So they win the face-off here. That's a good play. The net is empty, so they've got an extra attacker right now. They don't have it clean. They've got it. The puck is bouncing, and the Stampede do clear the length of the ice, and that is no icing. Unusual, but how that's not an icing. Nevertheless, Daigle circles around with it. He sends it up. Given away in the middle. McIntosh looking at the empty net. He shoots. He scores. That could be the nail. And also he salutes the hat off the head for a hat trick. We will check to see if that's third goal of the game for him. I believe that's true. And he possibly ices the game right there with that one. 4-1, Marku.
Yep, that's it. Pretty much. That's strange that they didn't call icing on that.
Yeah, that's true. So Stampede in the last minute of the game here, win the face-off. And Robbie with a shot here. Chaba's forced to make a good save. It's just consistent. Like, that's one of the words that I would use to describe this Stampede team, the way they play. They're just quite consistent. They just don't stop. They're really relentless in their attack, their defense, the way they support each other. Showing why they have had multiple championships to their team name.
Yeah, smells like experience.
So Admirals definitely needing to be having a look as to what's working for the opposition and possibly take some lessons from this as they move in towards these playoffs that will be shaping up once we know the outcomes of the Stampede versus the Red Devils game. That is a penalty. That's from the back again. Admirals taking a check from the behind. Shot and a save there by Chaba. This could be a reviewable offense. That's right from the back. The referee has put his hand up to make that call. Mason Kennedy looks like he will be getting the gate. Possibly this could affect the playoffs if this is an offense that is deemed to be quite risky. But the referee has got a hit from behind boarding call. A 2-minute call possibly.
Yeah, just a 2-minute call.
Yeah, that's what it is. 19.1 seconds. Up on one of the clocks. It's got 18 to go on the our official timer here. So Stampede on the power play to finish this game off. Okay, 2-on-1 the other way. Regan with it. He stops up, puts a pass over, and Taylor couldn't reach it. So Stampede have it behind the net. Devlin comes out with it. And that is the final horn. That is going to do it for the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, 4 to the Stampede, 1 to the Auckland Admirals. And that will do it for the regular season for the West Auckland Admirals as well.
Yeah, we wish them good luck in playoffs.
And we shall see if they have, it looks like they have secured that third place position.
It does look like that.
So that now we just have to wait whether or not it is a home final to the SkyCity Stampede or a home final to the Botany Swarm. That all depends on the outcomes of the next weekend's matches between the Canterbury Red Devils and the SkyCity Stampede.
Yep. Yeah, the Stampede complete their sweep this weekend and get all the points.
Yeah, that's another 6 points to their total. If they get 6 more, that will take them 1 point of the table-topping Botany Swarm, who have been sitting back waiting the outcomes of these games. Quite a long wait for them, to be fair. So, hey, like, we've got to thank all the volunteers, especially the ones that come consistently to these games. These games wouldn't be possible. So a big shout out to all the Admirals game day volunteers. We thank you for your service. We couldn't do these broadcasts without you or provide these amazing events that people have just witnessed. So we thank you. It is awesome. So cheers to all you and your hard work.
Yeah, that's right. This isn't a big sport in New Zealand. It's growing, but we need all the volunteers. So thanks for coming and tell all your friends we're here. We make a great game and entertainment for you. So come check out Avondale, Botany for some great ice hockey.
Yeah, so there's going to be some semifinals and finals again once we know exactly the locations. There'll be people trying to book flights, like where they need to be in the country to support their local teams. Or if you want to watch the live stream broadcast, this is something that is offered to you for free. What an amazing thing to watch. You could be anywhere in the world and watch this, even replay it. I know the players do. They love it.
Free hockey. You're lucky.
Exactly, not having to pay for it. So we've witnessed some amazing action, some stuff that we've probably never seen. And I've seen a few games so far in my 42 years, so it's just an absolute amazing game and newness to experience every time. So that's why we do what we do. And we thank you for tuning into these live stream broadcasts. And again, on behalf of Michael Domigan, the whole crew, Marku, myself, we thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you've enjoyed this broadcast and this evening. And that's going to wrap it up for the NZIHL season for the Admirals. But stay tuned for more NZIHL action.
Thanks, Ian.